Good evening, everyone. It's me, Teresa Perrin. I just got into bed all nice and comfy, took a nice cold shower, and looked at my stocks and said, what on earth happened to XELA? Guys, we are getting a reverse split. So for every 20 shares of XELA that you own, you will be getting 1 share as of tomorrow morning when you wake up. I don't know if I wrote that wrong in my title. Might be like supposed to be written the other way. So I apologize if that's off, but you got the gist. So basically, for every 20 shares of XELA you own, you will now own 1 tomorrow. And as you can see, the price dropped down from 14 cents to 10 cents per share. So approximately tomorrow, you will be noting that each share will be about $2 approximately, give or take, guys, because the way that this usually works is that they dump on the stock when it first makes the split, which you can see happened in after hours when they heard about it. They short it more. Currently, the short interest on XELA as of today, probably this morning, was about 10 or 11%, guys. So I expect that it went up substantially on this news. So I think tomorrow we will see that reflected. And I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to drop this a little bit more. However, the good thing about this is the free float will be basically 1/5 smaller than what it currently is at. So it'll make it a lot easier for us to move the stock when it does start running, because currently the float is humongous. So this actually, as awful as it seems right now in the short term, it's actually a good thing in my opinion, because I think that we are going to eventually see a run. Let's take a look. This is the daily, well, today's chart for XELA in a 5-minute increments. As you can see, it has hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bottoms, guys. So they tried to bring it lower than where we're currently at, but it bounced off 5 times in the after hours. And you can see that dramatic drop at 5 p.m. when they made this announcement. It was just a sell-off like no tomorrow. Now, I suspect that part of that might have been people selling in the anticipation because they know and are familiar with reverse splits that this normally happens. However, guys, like I said, initially tomorrow when you wake up and you see that you have, divide whatever amount of shares you have by 20, because that's the amount of shares you'll own in the morning. So essentially, if you own 100 shares, you will own 5. So, remember that tomorrow when you wake up and you see that you have 5 shares at $2 each, approximately, because depending on what time you wake up, you may notice a difference in price, because it, like I said, it may initially sell down lower. However, once it starts to run, guys, I think it'll be whoever covers first. So I suspect that ultimately this will end up being a bullish thing, but it may not happen tomorrow. It could, but generally it tends to happen, a few days after anyways, from what I've seen in the past. XELA may be a different story because there's a lot of eyes on this stock, guys. A lot of eyes. It has been beat down very hard, and depending on the volatility in the markets and what happens this week, as far as the rate hike goes, it's hard to say ultimately. But ultimately, in the long run, like I said, I think it's going to end up being a good thing. And the reason that they did this, guys, is to prevent delisting. I'm going to show you the article that came out right now. Okay, guys, this is what I saw. And there is a longer article, but I'm going to use this one for quickness. Why XELA technology shares are getting hammered today, July 25th, 2022, 7:25 p.m. from Penny Stocks. XELA Technologies, ticker XELA, shares are trading lower by 27.97% to 10 cents during Monday's after-hours session after XELA announced an approved 1-for-20 reverse stock split of the company's common stock. XELA Technologies says the company's board of directors approved the split and determined the 1-for-20 ratio to be appropriate to meet XELA's goals of improving the marketability and liquidity of its common stocks, compliance with NASDAQ listing requirements, and allowing the company's management team to focus on its business. Shares will begin trading on a split-adjusted basis on the NASDAQ capital market commencing upon market open on July 26th. So tomorrow morning when you wake up, you will see this in your account, but you know this ahead of time. Guys, we are almost at the 52-week low of 9 cents, which again, I think is going to really kind of encourage shorts that they need to start considering covering. Quite frankly, I'm surprised they haven't already. But as you know, this stock has seen crazy volatility and is definitely has something funny going on, because let's take a look at what took place today as far as the number of shares that traded and as far as the dark pool went. Okay, guys, this comes from Market Chameleon. There were a total of 62,548 trades of XELA for a total of 253,822,899 shares, guys. So over 253 million shares traded of XELA today. That's huge. And guys, no surprise, 69% of those trades were in the dark pool. Surprisingly so, that's actually less than what it's been over the past 20 days. The average amount of shares traded in the past 20 days has been 175.9 shares, of which 77% were in the dark pool. Now, why was it only 69% today, guys? I think that's obvious by the price action, because there was a lot more selling than there was buying in after hours on that movement, or shorting anyways. So guys, that's what I have for you. I am not selling my XELA. I'm going to ride it out. So that's not financial advice. You guys need to do what you need to do, but I'm just giving you my personal opinion. Yeah, reverse splits stink, but for example, TBLT was a reverse split, and look at it now. It may take a little bit before that happens, but guys, it ultimately does. So hang in there, and thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great night.